case of deja vu in Georgia's governor's race. Republican Governor Kemp facing Democratic challenger Stacey Abrams in a 2018 rematch. Kemp narrowly beat Abrams in that race, and polls indicate another close finish is in store this November. Governor Kemp with us now. Thank you for being here. I just want to pull up this Fox News poll on your performance. Approved 52, disapproved 45. That's a decent number in today's politics. And then you have this with Stacey Abrams at 44% and Kemp at 47%. Excuse me, I'm just a little bit confused on my numbers here. I want to hear from you what you think the state of the race is, because this week the New York Times wrote a piece saying that the Democrats are very worried, that Stacey Abrams is way behind in their minds, and they're worried that she's going to lose to you.
Well, thank you guys for having me this morning. I know the country and the world's mourning the loss of the Queen. We're mourning the loss of two of Georgia's finest that got gunned down last night, two Cobb County Sheriff deputies serving a warrant. And I just want to offer my thoughts and prayers to their family in that Cobb County community, and I hope the rest of the country will do that as well. But listen, I think people in Georgia are really focused on what the issues are, and that's what I've been doing for a long time. I hadn't let outside noise really play into that. I think Stacey Abrams is more worried about what her donors in California and New York want her to do than what the people in Georgia really need right now to fight through 40-year high inflation, a disaster when you go to the grocery store, the gas pump, what's happening at the border. The president who said he wasn't going to raise taxes on hardworking Georgians and the middle class in the country has done that, and they're increasing spending when we have 9% inflation. So I think that's one reason that we're doing as well as we are. But look, this is going to be a tough race. She has all the resources she needs. She had those way back in June. She's been out spending this 3-to-1, and we cannot let her guard down. And I would tell our folks, don't believe any polls you're seeing. Work like we're 10 points behind.
Wow. New York Times, long piece, got our attention. The headline says Democrats fret as Stacey Abrams struggles in Georgia governor's race. She's been trailing a Republican rival, Governor Kemp, alarming Democrats who have celebrated her as the master strategist behind that state's Democratic shift. And that is true. In 2018, she outperformed and shocked the country and narrowly lost to you. 4 years later, do you think her ground game is as good or better than it was in 2018? And if so, how have you responded in kind now to beat her in 22?
Well, I don't think you can underestimate her ground game, and that's something that I've seen for a long time and we've been focused on. It's something that we worked hard on in the primary, which is why we overperformed, and we're working hard now. But I think the real rift with the Democrats, especially people that are just left of center and people in the middle, is, you know, they wanted our economy opened up, and she criticized that when I did that. They wanted our kids back in the classroom, which is where the data in the Trump administration and the Biden administration says they need to be. She was opposed to that. She criticized me suspending the gas tax and sending $1 billion of Georgia taxpayers' money back to them to help them fight through 40-year high inflation. And they certainly haven't forgotten her pressuring and pulling the woke cancel culture tactics on Major League Baseball to get the All-Star game moved. And so I think Georgians realize who's fighting for them. And that's, you know, my administration with the great partners in the General Assembly we have. We've been putting them first and, you know, not letting a lot of outside noise distract us from our mission of serving the people here.
Can you give us your take then on how the U.S. Senate race between Warnock and Herschel Walker is either affecting or not your race? I mean, there's a lot of ads. People in Georgia must be just flooded with all of the political ads that they're seeing. And the Democrats are throwing a lot of money at that race. They would love to keep Warnock in that seat, but Herschel Walker, he's moving up in the polls as well.
Well, I think from a Republican perspective, guys, I mean, look, Senator Warnock and Stacey Abrams, they've outspent our whole ticket probably 3 or 4 to 1 all summer. And we have weathered that storm. I think people are tired of just the over-the-top ads. They want the truth. And that's what we've been giving them. I think you'll see more firepower certainly coming from us, but also from the Walker camp and other Republicans on the ticket. You know, we don't have out-of-state billionaires that are sending us $1 million checks. We don't have national unions that are sending us $1 million checks. But we're getting close enough now where we're going to be able to compete with them. And we've got a better record than they do, quite honestly. I mean, Warnock's voted with Biden 96% of the time. Stacey Abrams gets credit for getting him elected president. She auditioned to be his vice president, and we have 40-year high inflation. We were just talking, Marty and I were talking with some families the other day, and they were talking about, you go to the grocery store, mustard used to be $1, now it's $5, and everything is. And people see that every day. And that's what we're fighting to help people fight through. Okay.
Listen, it's one to watch. 59 days and counting, sir. Thank you for checking in, and we hope Stacey Abrams accepts our invitation to come on our program.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Governor.
Good to see you. Thanks.